Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to talk about the greatest common factor, or GCF, and some methods of determining the greatest common factor. The greatest common factor, or GCF, is the largest shared factor between a group of two or more numbers. And by numbers, I'm referring to positive whole numbers. Let's look at some methods of how to determine the GCF. So the first we're going to cover is listing the factors of the numbers that you are comparing, and then determining the largest shared factor between them. So let's do this for 24, 36, and 60. Let's first write the factors in pairs for 24. Each of these pairs will multiply to equal 24. So we have 1 and 24 to start with. Then 2 and 12. 3 and 8. And finally, 4 and 6. And we will draw arches connecting the factors that multiply to equal 24. So 1 times 24 is 24. 2 times 12 is 24. 3 times 8 is 24. And 4 times 6 is 24. Let's do the same for 36. So we have 1 and 36. 2 and 18. 3 and 12. 4 and 9. And finally, 6. So, drawing those arches again, we have 1 times 36 is 36. 2 times 18 is 36. 3 times 12 is 36. 4 times 9 is 36. And then 6 times 6 equals 36. Let's move on to 60. So for factors, we have 1 and 60. 2 and 30. 3 and 20. 4 and 15. 5 and 12. And finally, 6 and 10. And we will again draw arches to connect the factors that multiply to equal 60. So 1 times 60 is 60. 2 times 30 is 60. 3 times 20. 4 times 15. 5 times 12. And 6 times 10. Each of those pairs multiplies to equal 60. Now, let's look at the common factors between them. So, we see that all three numbers have 1, of course, as one of the factors, since 1 time multiplied by a number is going to be that number. we see that they also share 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. So this means that our common factors are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. With 12 being the greatest common factor, for this set of numbers. Because the largest common factor we have. Now, we can also determine the greatest common factor using the prime factorization of our numbers. So let's start by making factor trees for each of them. For 24, you can say that one pair of factors is 4 and 6. And this means, and we could break down 4 into 2 times 2. And we could break down 6 into 3 times 2. And from there, since 2, we cannot go any further since 2 and 3 are prime numbers. We could use any pair to start this table. We just chose 4 and 6. Just because. We can do this with 36 instead. Now we'll instead start with a prime number 2. 2 times 18 is 36. And we can use 2 again as a factor. So we have 2 times 9 is equal to 18. And then 9 can be written as multiplication of 3 and 3 for our prime factors. For 60, we can also start with 2 if we want to. But instead, let's start with 3 instead. So we have 3 and 20. This is all from the list of factors we had above. We could say that 20 has factors of 2 and 10. 2 and 3 are prime, so we only are considering factors of 10 at this point. So 10 can be written as the multiplication of the factors 2 and 5, which are both prime. So we can stop right there. You can write the prime factorizations for each of these numbers. 24 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. 36 is equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. And 60 is equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Keep in mind, because this is multiplication, we can order the numbers in our expression on the right-hand side for each expression in any way we choose to, using the commutative property, and we can group them in any way we choose using the associative property. So, if we look, we have a 2, which is present in all of them, a second 2, and then a 3. Which means you could write 24 as, in parentheses, 2 times 2 times 3 times 2. 36 would equal, as we can already see, 2 times 2 times 3 in parentheses, with this quantity multiplied by 3. And 60, as we can also see, 2 times 2 times 3 in parentheses, with this quantity multiplied by 5. And, as we know, 2 times 2 times 3 is equal to 4 times 3. Which equals 12. Meaning that we have 12 as our greatest common factor among these three numbers, since it includes the largest number of prime numbers from our prime factorization, incorporating a smaller number of prime numbers would have given us one of the other common factors we mentioned before. So, if we say that 24 is equal to 2 times 2 multiplied by 2 times 3, and 36 is equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 3, or that 60 equals 2 times 2 multiplied by 3 times 5. You have the common factor 2 times 2, which will equal 4. but 12. 12 is the greatest common factor. Thank you for checking out this video with me today. Please like and subscribe for more, and hit the bell icon to make sure you're notified when I post a new video. Thank you again. Goodbye.